All right, this is another disappearing objects phenomenon. Now, as you might know, I don't believe in it, but when it happens to me, uh, I go crazy. Now, one of my neighbors, their parents died, and they sold me a lawnmower that's only a few years old, power drive, really nice, for $35. She was going to give it to me for free. I gave her what I had in my pocket. So I've been using it. Now it's a power drive. So when you want to come backwards, you push down on the handle and pull the lawnmower backwards, lifting the front wheel, which is front wheel drive. So in certain sections, it can be jerky. So I'm between some forsythia bushes and I'm daydreaming. And all of a sudden I smell gas. And I look down and the gas cap's missing. So I immediately shut it off. I'm like, oh crap. I must have hit the forsythia bush. The gas cap came off and I ran it over. So I back the lawnmower up. I flip it up. I make sure the gas cap isn't underneath somewhere in the blade. I make sure it didn't get caught in the chute for the grass because the chute is down. The blocker when the bag's not on, it's not there. So I'm thinking, okay, the gas cap jumped up and it's inside one of the forsythia bushes. Look in there, they're not there. I look, there's a fence there. I make sure it didn't go under the fence. I make sure it didn't go over the fence. And it's a 5-foot area. And I keep going around and around, and there's no gas cap. And I know the gas cap came off at that moment because I started smelling gas. But I'm thinking to myself, it might have fell off sooner. And while you were jerking it around under the forsythia bushes, maybe some gas spilt, and then you smelled it. So I walk my whole property looking for the gas cap. And as I'm walking, I'm thinking more places. I'm thinking, under the bushes, there's an area where the grass is still tall because I haven't cut it. And if the cap fell off down in there, it might be. So I checked those burrow areas, nothing. I flipped the lawnmower over again, and I'm looking underneath. I'm like, it's got to be a trick. It's got to be caught under the blade somewhere. No. So I'm standing there, and I'm like, this is really a good one. And at that point, you really wish somebody would walk by and say, hey, is this your gas cap? No, that didn't happen. I'm up in the backyard. And I'm in a little grassy area around these forsythia bushes. And, I've done this a million times with the other mower. This mower, it's power drive, so it pulls. And I'm thinking to myself, that gas cap has a strap on it. And if you undo it, it falls down, but it doesn't come off the mower. And I'm looking in that area, and it all looks good. There's no strap. There's no gas cap. So I'm getting ready to go in the house and get a chair and come out and sit for a few minutes. And I said to myself, well, maybe it's still on the lawnmower somewhere. So I started looking all over the lawnmower. Maybe it jumped up in the air and fell down here, fell down. So really, there's really no place that cap could be on the lawnmower except there's an air cleaner and the primer. Underneath there, there's a little tiny indentation. I'm like, if it's in there, it's like 1,000,000 to frickin' one shot to get it in there where you can't see it and it'll stay in there. Well, I turned the mower on its side. That cap couldn't have been placed in there any better. It was perfect. And on it was still the strap. And when I took it off and I went to put the strap was still good. So when I brushed up against the bush, the forsythia bush, I hate saying forsythia, I bumped up against it, it unscrewed it, pulled it loose, held it, waited for the lawnmower to come in the back the other way to put the cap up under there. All right, there it is. Disappearing objects phenomenon. The odds of that happening are more than 1,000,000 to 1. It's probably 1,000,000,000 to 1 because normally if you pop that cap off, the strap would have held it to the lawnmower. Or it would have jumped underneath the lawnmower and got ran over. Or it would have went into the bush. Or you start going all the scenarios, but where that cap was, it was perfect. I'm just telling you, the distance from the edge of the lawnmower to the body of that motor to the bush, what it had to do, it's impossible. I'll say 1,000,000,000 to 1, 1,000,000 to 1, but it's actually impossible for that cap to have come off and got lodged up in there, because you can't get that close to the bush with the lawnmower. It's just physically impossible. I think that's it. All right, that's it.